Do any of these sound familiar? I'm afraid I'll run out of money. People will make fun of me. What if I fail? I need you to tune out all the noise and walk into your purpose. Hi, I'm Tabitha. You know, talking about your finances is never easy, especially publicly, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to share a little bit about my entrepreneurial journey, how and what led me to the decision to leave Google, in hopes that it might help you along your journey. Keep in mind, everything that I'm sharing with you today is from my personal experience and my personal journey, and yours may look very different. And my only hope from this video is that you feel less alone. Whether you hate your job or you love your job, or you feel like you haven't reached your full potential where you are and you have so much more to offer this world, I'm here to let you know that, bro or sis, I've been there. And for me, the grass was greener on the other side. So I'm gonna tell you the 5 key reasons why I left my $250,000 a year job at Google to start my own business. Reason 1, I was happy, but I wasn't free. I had an incredible team that inspired me daily, but because of corporate structure or politics or a myriad of things, I was one of those employees who got shifted from project to project. That did have its pros and cons. But after a while, I started to feel like I didn't have any control over my destiny. Have you ever woke up and thought to yourself, man, I don't want to sit in traffic and drive an hour to work. I don't like my boss. I don't like these projects. That's what it feels like not to have control over your day-to-day. Other people are dictating these decisions for you. Now, don't get me wrong, as an entrepreneur, I work 12 to 16 hours every single day. It's the hardest job I've ever had in my life, but I'm free. I'm free to choose what hours I work, who I work with, where I work, what projects I take on, and the big one, how much money I make. That last one you guys might have questions on, but that requires a whole separate video. So instead of complaining about my circumstance, I decided to make a change, and I started crafting an exit plan. Reason number 2, $250,000 is a lot of money, but $1 million is even more. Look, I'm a girl who grew up dirt poor. My first job was at McDonald's. People made fun of me when I would share with them that I wanted to go to Harvard and have these big dreams. So if anyone's grateful for that opportunity and those paychecks, it was me. But again, along my personal finance journey, I started to realize those who built wealth often did so through owning their own businesses. So 4 years ago, I sat in my tiny San Francisco apartment and typed, "How to start a business." It took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. I landed on launching party supplies on Amazon. In my first month of sales, I did $33,000 in revenue. What? I honestly was shocked. I went on to make 6 figures in this side hustle in this first year of operation, but because I was still working 12 hours a day at Google, I couldn't give it my all. Now, if you do the math, if I launched 5 products making $30,000 a month, that's $150,000 in revenue. $150,000 in revenue times 12 months, over $1 million. I realized if I was serious about becoming a young millionaire, I would have to make different life decisions. Reason number 3, I feared regret more than I feared failure. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but whether I was going to be good at it or not was a completely different question. But ultimately, I didn't want to live with a ton of what ifs. What if this business took off? What if I was able to build generational wealth? What if I was able to leave a legacy? What if I was able to create meaningful impact to the communities I genuinely care about? What if? Or what if I stayed where I'm at, where it's comfortable? Have you ever seen or known someone that you know you work harder than them, you're smarter than them, and you're probably even more ambitious than them, but for some reason they make way more money than you? Well, I think we all know that person. I didn't want to be the person who envied what someone else had because I never bet on myself. So there's never a day that I wake up thinking I made the wrong decision. And I don't live with any what ifs. I only live with what is. Reason 4, I know I can get another good job if I needed to. Look, if you're watching this video, I know a few things about you. You're probably smart, you do your research, and you're considering leaving your job. Maybe you have other passions or interests, or maybe you hate your current gig. If you're any good at the job that you do now, more than likely you can go back if whatever you're trying to do doesn't work out. But I didn't want to live with any regrets, and I don't want you to live with any regrets. So what I did is I de-risked the quitting process. If you want to learn step by step what I did to make sure that, I'm going to create a video that explains how I de-risked quitting my job. If you're interested in that, be sure to click the subscribe and notification bells so you don't miss out on any of the juicy insider tips. Reason 5, time. The best day to have started a business was yesterday. The second best day, today. The more I saw traction in my business, the more I wondered if I was spending my time in the right places. See, this business had the opportunity to blow up and be a multi-billion-dollar entity where Google had a ceiling. It felt like every day that I wasn't building, I was missing out on growth opportunity. And at some point, it started to feel riskier to stay and build someone else's dream versus leave and build my own. Friends, I hope you found this video helpful. If you're interested in starting your own business and you have no idea where to start, I got you. Be sure to watch these videos where I walk you through how to create a business plan and the first 10 steps you have to do before you launch. If you visit my website, you'll also find a free downloadable template to get you started. Until next time, cheers to your success.